What's going on, YouTube? How's everything? E-Rod here. Just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Let me know if I'm doing good. Zach G's in the chat. L Comic Box is in the chat. RG Comic Kid. How's everything going? I've never seen RG Comic Kid, so let's welcome him to the show right now. Appreciate you coming on now. I'm usually a pretty pretty punctual guy. Omega Comics, what's going on? Jay Salsa 23, what's going on? Jeff G, my brother, what's good? How's everything going? How's everybody going? I was just watching the Yankee game. The Yankees are losing 2-0 right now. But RG Comic Kid, it's my man Russ. I'm sorry, Russ. I apologize. How's everything, Russ? Russ is new to the YouTube chats, but that guy's an amazing collector, guys. I do some pressing for Russ, and just a solid guy, real good guy in the community. Another guy, sub him up. We got to get Russ to do some of his haul videos and start showing some of his videos because he has some really, really nice stuff. Amazing stuff, actually. Want to see some books? All right. This is a moderate haul, but I was just going to go over some other stuff I want to show you guys. Being that wasn't a big week for me. I have some books coming in that I purchased, but nothing big. Let's see. Bought this because I loved it. It's that Batman 74. It's the Jimenez cover. I like that rendition of Batman. Really nice cover. Like that a lot, so I picked it up. Yeah, Omega's talking about the San Diego Comic-Con Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cover, but you also heard that IDW has pulled it now. They're not going to put it out there because they're afraid of the mass crowds. So, Kingdom Tito, what's up, my brother? How's everything? Supposedly they put a press release out today. They're not going to put it out there because they were afraid of the mass crowds. I don't know how they're going to get that book out. But then two issues later is when she gets her bandana. And officially, I think it's officially becomes a turtle. Yeah, Russ, we set up. I'm actually working tomorrow in the afternoon. If you want to stop by Comic Book Jones or whatever, I'll bring them. Let me know. All right, just send me a text. Let me text me in the morning. I picked up this just because I love it. It's the facsimile for XMen #1. So my LCS knows I'm a huge XMen fan. Threw this in my box. I'm picking, the key ones up. I really like it. It was nice. War of the Realms Omega. What's up with this book here? This is the first time Jane Foster becomes Valkyrie. So spec book. Picked up a couple copies of this. Yeah, but Omega, what I'm trying to figure out is how are they going to sell them? If they're not selling them at the con, how are they putting them out? Which way? What's their angle to put it out to the public? How are they going to put it out to everybody to sell? That's what I want to know. If anybody knows, let me know because that's interesting. Yeah, they're doing a 252 facsimile L Comic Box and they're doing an ASM 1. I'll pick up the ASM 1 facsimile. But yeah, Omega, I want to find out how and as a community, we should be watching that out, seeing if anybody can just scoop it up. I mean, spec is large on that book. Everybody's going to run and grab that thing, This was a great cover here. There's a foil. I'm not too thrilled with the foil, but I like this art term. He did some nice covers. This is going to be debuting at San Diego Comic-Con. But I tell you what. San Diego Comic-Con has two variants that I really want. One I want real bad. I don't know if you guys have gone on and looked at the Marvel booth, but John Tyler Christopher did a Rogue, and it's insane, and it's a glow-in-the-dark variant like the ones they had last year. So that's going to be a hot book, and there's a J. Scott Campbell, Captain Marvel that's pretty nice too. At the Marvel booth. So Marvel's up to its variant game again. Last year they did phenomenal with the Return of Wolverine, the glow-in-the-dark claw variants. And they had a glow-in-the-dark at San Diego. Also, I think it was a Ghost Rider. Oh, you got them, Jeff? Yeah, In Hook Lee did a really nice job on that Sabrina and I thought that was a really nice cover. And then the last thing I did, and these were all LCS pickups. I picked this up, Black Hat #2, and that's the blood splatter variants. These books, what I did like, and I was talking to the guys in the shop about this, is that Marvel's adding an extra page to these books here. Anything with the blood splatter has an extra page leading up to that Carnage story arc that they're coming up with right now, which is actually pretty sharp. You know, it makes you chase these if you really want to get ready for that Carnage book. I'm assuming somewhere along the line they'll put that story in a book, but you know what? To get it ahead of time, it's always fun to chase things like that. You know, that's part of the collector in us going after the hunt and everything. You know, so always fun. I actually ordered that Immortal Hulk set, J-Rod, because you could get them signed and unsigned. They're actually coming in now. The books came in this week. You know, hit the flea market again, and I'll show you what I found. I think I did good this week. Nothing super over the top, but some decent books and a couple of nice finds that I really like. You know. Yeah, Campbell's doing a Vampirella cover, but you know who's doing a Vampirella cover I just saw? Perillo just did a Vampirella cover, which is fire. And I was just talking with my fellow New York Warriors, and Bagley's doing a Skyline for that Absolute Carnage, just like they did for the it's a Scorpion release, and it's going to be a 2-book set. The variant, you know, the Virgin and the trade dress. It looks good. And it's one of those books, you know, you get all the signatures from all the people who worked on Carnage. So it's a nice book. They did one for Venom. Of course, the original was ASM 700. Well, this is the third one, and that comes out, I think, the 17th. So if you want to take a look at Scorpion's site, I'll probably have some of those for sale. Probably at a little bit of, you know, once they come out, I'll have them on one of the auctions. So hit the flea market. All of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 books, $10. All from the same vendor. New X-Men number 114, right? That's 114. First Cassandra Nova. Gotham by Gaslight. Classic. XForce number 2. Second Deadpool. Justice League Annual number 1. First Vibe. Yeah, Gaslight's a great read. Spawn number 9. First Angela. Batman Annual number 25. Batman 641. Batman 656. Second Damian Wayne. And Batman 570. I believe this is first Harley Quinn in a Batman title, Batman continuity title. Those 9 books, and they're all pretty much near mint books. The No Man's Land has maybe 2 ticks on it. The 656, the second Damian Wayne, is really, really clean. You know. Yeah, Jeff G, number 9 will be going up. I have a couple of copies of that. If you want, just hit me on a side note on Instagram or anything like that. We can talk on that. Picked this up too. I loved it. These are great. I already own these, but the Essential X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and this reprints issues 1 through 24. Now it's in black and white, but if you want to binge read the original X-Men series, this is the way to do it. It has a small little tear there, but other than that, this thing is perfect. Perfect. So I had that, and I was able to get this one too. The Essential X-Men. This contains Giant Size 1 and X-Men 94 through 119. Super nice, you know. Again, it's black and white, but if you want to read and look at Cockrum's art in there, and John Byrne's stuff in there. Oh man, it's just killer. Byrne comes in 108. Before that, you have Cockrum. We're doing great work on there. Just really, really nice stuff. Tacoma Comics. I don't give away my secrets, bro. There's various ones. I usually hit. It's the flea markets I hit are in New Jersey. So I usually do an Englishtown flea market. There's a Collingswood flea market. I live on Staten Island, so that they're about an hour. One's about a half hour from me. Hey, Arsenio Ramos, what's going on? One's a half hour away from me. The other one's about an hour. So I usually do the one that's a half hour away from me. It's a little dusty there sometimes, but you do find some good stuff. You got the ghost. You got it. Good. I'm glad. Our chemist won one of my raffles. He won that Clayton Crane Ghostbusters Transformer cover. It's amazing. So like I said, all of this here for $10. I can't beat that. Thought it was a good deal. Had to jump on it. Good stuff. You know what else I found at the flea market? I was walking through and the guy was I usually buy comics off of this guy, and it was he was putting out some figures. Hey Tacoma, I got a bit of advice. I think the shops in Jersey are better than the shops in New York. Roosevelt Field, yeah, that was a good flea market. Tacoma, you're originally a New York guy? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. That was a big ass flea market. I find the shops in New Jersey, I find better things at, because there's just so many more places that you can hit. Midtown is good for your new stuff and your variants and stuff like that. Manny NYC's shop, what are they called? Royal Collectibles in Queens is really good. They actually opened up another store. They have a second one. That's actually a pretty good one. Yeah, I remember the Roosevelt Field Mall. That's a nice mall too. Ah, okay. Didn't know that. Tacoma Comics is an NYC guy, so you're New Yorker in your heart always. You must be a Met fan too, growing up in Long Island and Queens. I did not know that. So anyway, I usually buy books from this guy. This is the booth that I found at Batman 181. And he sells everything. He's got a lot of stuff. He sells records, but there'll usually be a bunch of people waiting for him and stuff. Yeah, I figured, that. I'm sorry, Tacoma said he's a Met fan. That connection, that Long Island Queens connection, they're all Met fans up that way. Sorry to hear that, buddy, but thanks for watching. But anyway, came across these, and these were super, super clean. Look how clean the cardboard on these is mint. Really, really, really nice. This is Venom, the second one, Venom number 2. First one doesn't have the Eddie Brock head. This has the accessories and the chest plate with the Venom coin type of thing on there. What else do we get here? Man Spider. Like I said, look at the cardboards on these. These things were pristine. Super, super nice. These things are clean. Look like they came right on the peg, man, for the most part. They're really nice, Really, really nice. They just a little dusty. I had cleaned them all off, really. Chameleon. Look at that. It's got the Venom head. It's got the J. Jonah Jameson head. It has the Spider-Man head. And I think that's the second wave. They were putting these little coins to them. So, real nice, though. These things, I loved these. I remember when these were coming out, and my son used to watch them, so I was buying them. I actually have like a full run almost on these in storage somewhere that I'd have to pull out someday. I'll show those one day. These and the Toy Biz X-Men stuff. I was collecting a lot of toys back then. But who wasn't in Toys R Us and KB making the runs and doing that stuff? And the last one I found, one I really like, was it was a really nice copy of the Prowler. Very, very nice. Like this a lot. You found a Rhino minting card. See, that's a nice one. You know which one goes for? Wasn't the Prowler? The Shocker was actually pretty expensive. I saw something for it, but if you looked at this run here, There was a Mysterio, there was a Scorpion, a Rhino. Yeah, those were the big ones, and there was a black Spider-Man suit too, and a Green Goblin. $50. Wow. So, guys, you read that? My man, congratulations, Wobbles. Wobbles was able to get his grail. He's been hunting an XMen 101 for a decent price for 6 years, and he found one for $50. Congratulations, bro. Well, what kind of condition is it in? Tombstone. Yeah, no. Okay, gotcha. Omega, not Cold Stone, Tombstone. Omega was talking to us about ice cream, but it was really Tombstone. Yeah, so I got those there. Oh my God! Look at original series GI Joes or the original He-Man figures. Those big money, big money. Who would have thought that stuff would 5560? That's you got a good deal at $50, bro. Real good deal. That's probably like I think unless the numbers have dropped, it was almost a $200 book. Very good. Congratulations, Wobbles. And I got a few books here. Show you that I got in. eBay pickup. Me and my boy Biggie's has been speculating on this book. It's a book I always pick up if I see it. This time I picked up the variant. I got a good price. I had some eBay bucks to knock it down. But Marvel Point 1, number 1. This is the 1 in 25 Art Adams variant. And this is first appearance of Sam Alexander as Nova. Let's see if he makes an appearance anywhere with Young Avengers, although he's not part of Young Avengers or Champions or anything to do with Nova, replacing Nova. Everything is open with Marvel now. You never know what you're gonna get. You never know what you're gonna find. So, I got 2 books here that are San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that I ordered through a website, and they came before the con. So I just wanted to show them to you. If you go on Bill Sienkiewicz's website, he had these, and this is his Immortal Hulk. Look at that. Oh, man, it's a Virgin variant that he did there. And these were $30 a piece, but I was willing to pay them. They're really nice. I'm hoping to get these signed by Sienkiewicz somewhere along the line. Hopefully, maybe in New York Comic Con, I'll get these signed and graded. But Immortal Hulk, and this one is fire. His Black Cat rendition. Look at that. Russ, you see that? I know you got one of these. So, very, very nice. I thought he did a really great job on this one here, especially. He's got that distinctive artwork, that art style. These came out really, really nice. And then last book I got for the week. I won this in one of, I believe it was Big Lion Cats at the Lion's Den auctions there, or it was a Thorough, but I got this from my man Thorough Cubero. He had one of those mystery bags at a set price, and I got this, and it's Spawn 187, signed by Will Portacio and Todd McFarlane. So really, really nice. This will probably go for a red label. Probably in that 9.4, 9.6 range. I got to clean up. Just by the staple, it needs a little cleaning. I got to look in the back. I thought I saw there might have been a little color rub, but if you see right there by the staple, hopefully we can get that out without affecting it. Yeah, you see, Omega, you like the Hulk cover, and as much as I did like the Hulk cover, but I thought that black cover was just spectacular. But that's what makes this hobby fun. Everybody has a little different things. But then this is fire. Look at this. This is great. I believe this is when they were low print ones too. It's 187. So nice Portacio cover. Real nice. Hey, Seeking the Image Comets. What's going on, brother? How's everything? So those were the pickups. I wanted to just show you some other stuff. Show a side of me, of my collecting my hobby and love for this hobby. Something that I collect. I don't know if everybody does. I know a lot of people see my Silver Age, and I'll have the variants and stuff like that. But I am a variant whore to a degree. Thorough, what's going on? Yeah, I was wondering, David. Whenever you're ready, just hit me up and send them down to me. All right. I got about a 3 to 4 week wait time right now. But we'll get you done. You just let me know. I got a bunch of books right now. I got to press 2 books for Big Lion Cat, a couple books for my man Thorough right there. And then I got a stack for the New York Warriors that I still got to press. I'm finishing off a couple for customers. So, Yeah, okay. Yeah, no rush. Thank you. I appreciate that. Murph, what's going on? My man Murph got hit back his John Romita SIGs the other day. Very, very nice. Good stuff. Oh, I got a question for you guys. I was thinking about this before. Tell me, so CGC just comes out and announces that they are partnering with eBay. And what they'll do is they'll look at the pictures of a book that's being sold and authenticate it based on the pictures to you for $5. And then for $10, I think they'll give you a grade. But the grade is within 2 points. So let's say 2.0 to 4.0, 4.0 to 6.0, 6.0 to 8.0, 8.0 to 10.0. That's fucking absurd. I mean, it's just my opinion on it. But what good does that do you, an 8.0 to a 9.8? I mean, if you're a real comic guy, you already have kind of self-taught yourself how to grade. You're looking at those pictures, very, scrutinizing those pictures anyway. So why would I pay somebody to do that for me? I guess it's good for a beginner, whatever, but I just didn't understand it, man. It was like, whatever. It was bizarre. It's a money grab. But yeah, that's the new thing CGC is doing now, It's almost like CBCS when they were doing the raw grades, but they won't check for restoration or anything like that. Daniel Yabarras just got back his CGC books. I hope you did well, brother. Yeah, Rags, definitely. That's what it is. It's for the newbies coming in, and there's a lot of newbies in the hobby now, so there's always a money grab where they can get these guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tacoma, even 9.2 to 9.6. Okay, so let's say they go 9.2 and 9.6. At least, depending on the book, the difference between buying a 9.2 and buying a 9.6 is the difference in buying the book. Because let's be honest, anything under than a 9.6 modern, if you're getting it graded, almost isn't worth it. Unless it's that super, super hot book, 9.6 or better at least. I mean, I think teaching yourself how to grade is the key to this whole hobby. Even if you're staying with raw copies and you like to stay in a grading range, guys' videos that I would watch, and he has a lot of good advice on that, is ETA Nick. He has this whole segment on grading comic books. But he taught himself, and kind of like I taught myself, and Biggie's and Murph and everybody, and we've all taught ourselves. But look, if you're looking at a grade of a book, take a look on eBay and look up a book with that grade and look at those pictures. Try and see what the defects are on there. Also do some research on it and find out. Like CGC allows a 9.8 to have one defect as long as it's not like a color break, but it has a little crease on it. They'll accept it. They'll take a 9.8. They'll also take a 9.8 with a little bit of color up. I've seen it happen. I've had books come back 9.8 with a color up on it, and then people are like, "Oh, it's not supposed to be." Yeah, it's one defect. That's the defect they accept, J. Rod Ham, what's going on? Murph's an expert on 5.0 Silver Age. Right, King Tito. See, you've gotten the same thing, right? 9.8 color rub. I had 9.8 with a small tick, also, and it came back. That they accept it. CBCS, I don't believe they do. CBCS will knock that down to a 9.6, which is why I say that they grade a little firmer. But it was just interesting to see. I want to call it a cash grab. I'm not calling anybody out on it. It is what it is. If it helps somebody make a decision on what they want to buy, then good luck to you. If you're comfortable with spending money that way, I think it's a waste of money. I mean, Well, you're right, J. Rod Ham. J. Rod Ham said Marvel is notorious for color rubs on the back of their books. The stock of paper that they use, it sucks. And I mean, it also is when you press those books, you got to be careful because they have the tendency, tidbit, but too much heat on that book, and it's going to you might get some color loss on there. So yeah, I believe CBCS is still doing the raw grades. David, you do a video on your books from CGC? We got to see that. New York Warriors are on tonight, guys, so go check them out. They're always good. My man Biggies is in the chat right now. Ultimate Fallout 4 came out at 9.6. The variant or the actual book? But that's just my little quick rant. I just wanted to see. I guess we're all of the same opinion. I like the 1 in 25. Okay, nice 9.6. That's a big money book. Talk about variants. You know what? So that's what I was going to focus on today because I didn't have a lot of books. But part of my collecting is I like to collect variants. But I have two separate aspects of variant collecting. So I wanted to show you. So the first aspect is I like to get books signed by artists. So certain books, I like to get at least one book signed by all great artists I can. And if it's a great cover, some of them, especially like variants, I'll get them signed by the artist, like this one here. And that's Fantastic Four #1, Bill Sienkiewicz variant, signed by Bill S. Beautiful 9.8. So I like the SIG series. I know Tito likes the SIG series too. Amazing Spider-Man #1, Renew Your Vows #1, signed by J. Scott Campbell right there. Another 9.8 beauty that came back. So like that. What else we got here? Another one signed by Campbell. All new X-Men. This was when they had the multiple series. This is the C variant. This is one of my favorite ones because of the white background. Signed it in gold. It pops. All new Wolverine #1. And this is the cargo hold exclusive. Signed by J. Scott Campbell right there. $9.8. You have him at you have him at CGC right now. You did it at the last con you did. What else I got here? All the Wolverine #1. This is the Art Adams variant, signed by Art Adams. This one came back at 9.6. This one I'll probably never let go. I love this cover. Had to get it signed. I want to probably buy another one and try and get it in a 9.8. Adam Kubert signed this for me. I love that cover. It came back at 9.6. I'm happy with the 9.6. Yeah, none of these are for auction bigs. Well, yeah, I can clearly say that not one of these books are going to be up at auction. I will have some books up for auction tomorrow, but none of these. Perillo. So Tito got Perillo, Mayhew, Neil Adams, Clayton Crane, and a few more. Awesome. She's smoking cigarettes. Wolverine smokes the cigar. She's got a lollipop in her mouth. That's a badass cover, though. And Kubert has a really nice signature. A total gentleman. If you saw last year's New York Comic Con haul video, I got to meet him. And through a friend, he did a commission for me. He did a free piece for me, and it's just, I treasure it. Treasure it immensely. Let's see. I got these back recently. Wolverine, the best there is, signed by Delato. Came back at 9.8. You have more raw copies of that, Rex? I might have to buy one off of you. We might have to talk, all right? Yeah, Delato was doing a signing through Comic Sketch Art. They sent a rep out to a Delato signing, and I got this one signed by him. I had this one that I'm going to show now, which was the main book I wanted to send. It was 9.4 blue label. I cracked it out, and that's this book here. I got Delato sign it right there. But that's the X23 #1, the Delato. I believe it's a 1 in 50. And this one came back a 9.6 after a pressing. So to travel away, and that's why I say Comic Sketch Art did a great job in handling my books. To travel all the distance that it went, go through them, the facilitator, get it signed, then off to CGC, and to still come up with a great bump, super happy. I was really, really nice. They did a hell of a job on facilitating. I would use them definitely again. Send something away, and then got some more variants. I tell you the other thing I've been watching. I was watching YouTube videos this week. Not that it bothered me, because I don't care. Biggie said 50, and the bidding has begun. Yeah, Gorilla Grodd, first blast started. My man Biggs is up on that book. It's a book to get. Definitely a book to get. I was watching some videos this week, and I get it. Everybody's into the pressing game now. And again, this is not because I press books as a side thing, but I would never put wrong information out there or misinformation, shall I say. There's guys that are just getting into the hobby and getting into the pressing, and they're putting out videos on tutorials on how they press. And let's just say that the information they're giving you is not the proper way to do the pressing. And I'm not talking about ETA Nick's stuff, because he's on point. Everybody has a little style, but there's a couple other videos out there that I've been watching, and they're not putting out the right information. I mean, people will learn as they go along. It's a real trial and error thing. You can ask the New York Warriors. I pressed a shitload of their old beta books for them, and top of the beta books that I worked on. Mastodon Comics and Collecting. How's everything? Welcome. Thanks for coming. But just guys, I don't know. I just educate yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Educate yourself. Don't believe everything you see out there, or don't follow everything for suit, because you're going to see. I mean, look at other videos. See what. Do some research on the stuff. But back to the variants. Just a little rant there. It annoyed me. Amazing Spider-Man #4. Renew Your Vows. 9.8. Roberto Ramos variant. And this is the second aspect of variant collecting that I do. I like to get my blue labels also on the better, tougher ones, shall we say. I will say nothing, J-Rod. That's all I'll say. Say nothing. Flea market find. So this was a flea market. Come watch this. Next two books are flea market finds, and just to show you what you can find in flea markets. I found this copy of Uncanny X-Men #5. This is the Greg Horn Venomized variants, the original Venomized variant ones. Beautiful, right? Came back to CGC 9.2. It's the old casing. I might crack this out. It might get a little bit of a better bump. I have to look at it again. This is before I was pressing. I got this for $1 in a flea market. Hey, you know what? But it's not Comic Time I'm talking about, David. He really didn't put out any misinformation that I saw there. I mean, he has his side hustle, whatever. That's his business. But just a couple other videos I was watching on pressing techniques. I understand people have to put out content, but if you're gonna put out content, put out good content. You know. Oh, Tony, I'm ready for you next time. I'm gonna have to go back on the Hunt show one day when I'm not working or something, and just show some stuff. So here goes the next one of those dollar books, bro. You thought that Uncanny X-Men, and I swear to you that this is true. I showed the Warriors as soon as I got these books. It was like that IKEA commercial, and I think I've said this before. But you know that IKEA commercial where the woman starts running away, start the car, because she gets a great deal. That was me that day, bro. I grabbed like 8 or 9 books and I left because I couldn't believe that I got these deals on these books. Yeah, TNT's back on the map. Ready? Here goes another one. Boom. And this is probably the second best besides the Mary Jane Venomized one, but XForce, Uncanny XForce. And this one came back at 9.4. This is the Renard one with Venom and that's Gambit right there and Psylocke there. $1. So this book purchased, graded, and back to me was a $30 fine. You look these up, you'll see the prices on that. It's just amazing. But flea market finds, man, I swear to God, I was just probably 2-3 years ago. There's a video on it. But I was going through that box and I could not fucking believe what I found. Couldn't believe it, man. It's funny because now the guy that sold this to me, actually, I see him. He sets up sometimes at flea markets, but he's a buyer more than a seller anymore. Yeah, that one doesn't leave the connection. Bit away, gentlemen. Bit away. Knock yourself out. It's a clean cover. That's a 9.4. I was just looking at it before. It's got 3. I see 3 color breaking ticks on the back cover on it. No, that's the one I don't have, Murph. That's probably the most expensive one, the Casado one. But I got those are the 2 that I have. I like the Thor one too. The Thor one is really nice. I'm not a big fan of the Captain America one, but there's some. The Iron Man one's all right too. I'll tell you, one I got this at my LCS, and it's Superior Spider-Man number 22. Campbell did a nice job. See? That's what I'm talking about, Tito. Tito found a Thor one for $4. This came back at 9.6. Happy with this. Yeah, I don't know the number on the Marvel Legacy. Who's on the cover of the Marvel Legacy one? So next book has a little bit of a story. Those 2 Venomized books that I found, I saw them and I went through the box. He had like 4 boxes that day. And I went through them quick. And like I said, I grabbed the books and I left. And I'm sitting there and I go home and the next week I don't go. And then the following week I go back and I'm like, man, I should have really like went through everything and not just took my time. I just thought the guy was going to run these things, check the prices. So I got out of Dodge. Rookie mistake at that point for myself, I would say. So I went back, and this time the variants were $3 a piece. And I got this for $3. This is Cable and X-Force number 1. That's the Casada. Right, the Mike Diodato 1 in 150 variant. It came back at 9.8. Pricey book. $3. Flea market find. You know, so there are finds. There are ways of finding books. You just got to get lucky. Got to get lucky. Yeah, you got to look at it, Tony. Take some pictures and send me some pictures. If it just says multiple bends and it appears, take a look at the book, see where the bends are. If the bends don't break color, then it possibly can get a great bump up. But assess the whole book overall. What I usually go top, I start in the middle and work my way out. Look at the books, look for any defects. See if the front has anything that's a major flaw that might keep it at an 8 even if you press out the back, or the back. No, I don't. I don't have that one. Comic Brains. Book I don't have. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. You got to be on the variant game. You got to know. So I found, and I'm not saying I'm an expert. All I'm saying is I know covers and I know variants, like most of us here. You know what I'm saying? We're up on our hobby. You have to be on point with your hobby and be well informed. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to either a con, a flea market, or whatever it is, a store. Guys are going through a box and they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know. Everybody knows key covers, but they don't know the semi keys. They don't know the variants and a lot of stuff like that. Second appearance covers. They don't know the second appearances. I educate myself on second appearances too. Because second appearance is the next best thing, you know? Ranks. What's the top 3? I just got one of my top 3 variants. My man Thorough has one too, so I'm just showing your book, Thorough. But this was a book I was looking for forever. And I was fortunate enough that was able to pick it up from Roman Curtis on an auction. You know? Yeah. Biggie's is giving you, Reggie, Tony, a big tip right there. Look at the books outside in natural light. I always put it to a window, stand by a doorway, shine the light, look at the book from all different angles. You can see defects that you don't pick up. And I'm pretty good at picking up defects. I'll send pictures to people. Sometimes they didn't realize that book even had that kind of a defects. You know? See, the Delato X23 for $15 at a con about 2 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. My man Tito found that book there. That's awesome. Armor Wolf, hey, how's it going? I didn't see what Mastodon was talking about there, but anyway, hey, that's the hunt. Seeking Neiman said, and he's right. Don't tell people what you're hunting for. New York Warriors, no, I share a lot with those guys, but they're great. They're my brothers, you know, and we share a lot. But I don't share all my hunting ground spots. Those are my honey hole's my honey hole for the most part, you know. They bust my chops on it too. It's pretty funny. Right. Murph, ASM 135. A lot of people sleep on that book. I mean, it's got some value to it. It's actually got pretty good value to it. Second appearance of the Punisher. You're talking from 129 to 135. You're talking a 6-issue range before the next appearance of the Punisher, you know? All right, Comic Brains. I'm going to take a look at that. Yep, that's right. Biggie's talking about we look at them outside. I also look at them under fluorescent lighting, or the best lighting that I have to see that they, you know. All right, another one that I got. I got this at my LCS. My LCS is great. You guys got it. Also, that's the thing. Support your LCS. I do. I know Biggie's does. We use the same one. Well, my LCS, what they do, and I've talked about it before, is you tell them what books you're interested in. You have your pull list and everything like that, and then their variants, they raffle them off, kind of like random.org, and they just put them inside your bag, and you get them at cover price. So this was one that I got at cover price. Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, #1, and this is the Fiona Staples variant, 9.8. It came back after press and clean. So really, really nice. Right, Murph's right. That's second Green Goblin, ASM number 17. Very affordable Green Goblin appearance. Look at what the first appearance goes for, 14. That's only 3 issues. You know. Another book that I got from the LCS. What's this? And that's the J. Scott Campbell Uncanny X-Men 510 9.8. It's not that con exclusive with the white that whatchamacallit. Bam Pow Comics. What's his I'm drawing a blank. I'm getting old, guys. He's on our auctions all the time. It's the Variant Master. But he had one of those in a 9.6 or a 9.8. I mean, it's a couple. Brandon. Archangel. I'm sorry. And I apologize to Archangel. But he had that in the Variant. I think it came back a 9.8 or 9.6. It's like $1,000 book or more than that. And it's a big, big book, man. Just a beautiful cover. This is a book that my boy Joker M21 loves and has been hunting and getting. But Salvation Run, number 7, the Neil Adams variant. That's a 9.8. Yeah, see, 4 figures it was. I know it was a big book. Big book, man. It's a great book. I remember when he was doing his unboxing. Shout out to Archangel. You guys who don't watch his channel, check out his hauls. I mean, he used to do a lot more videos. He's a big seller on eBay and stuff like that. He comes on the New York Warriors auction. Just a solid guy, good guy. Always has amazing variants, man. That guy always has crazy, crazy. Good shirt, right, Russ? Crazy books. Seeking Neiman Comics. You said you've got your book back in a 9.6. There's mine. That's the Ultimate Fallout 4, the Marko Djurjevic variant. 9.6 also, bro. I'm happy with this. I got this book before it blew up. Picked it up for $25. So, super, super nice. Super, super nice. There you go, fellas. And that's not a plug for him or anything. Archangel, come on the show tomorrow. Come watch us. New York Warriors are going to have their live auction tomorrow. Archangel, Biggie's just telling us is going to be on there. I guarantee you he's going to have some killer variants because he always does. Always has some killer variants. What book are you looking at, Grod? Which one? The Ultimate Fallout 4? I haven't checked it in a while. It was like, I think it was like, hold on a second. I'll tell you right now. Wow, holy shit. All right. So Ultimate Fallout 4 in a 9.6, the last sale was for $1,133 in July. And the last 6 sold for $950. I can't believe that book went up that much. Holy shit. 90-day GPA is $950. Well, you can see from a year to 90 days, it went from $754 with 29 copies sold to 6 copies sold at $950. The last one sold for $1,133. Holy shit. That's insane. And talk about you go back and archive Archangel's videos. Archangel was the guy who found out that Ultimate Fallout 4s were at Five Below. He had like 5 copies, I think, or 6 copies of that. Yeah, Rags, I'm just looking for that myself, brother. 9.8. Ultimate Fallout 4, 9.8. Last copy sold in June for $2,500. The 90-day GPA is 24.29 with 11 copies sold. So that book is still moving. And the 12-month is 21.24 with 31 copies, man. I mean, this is what a hot movie does for a great character. You know, Miles has the whole perfect storm. I like the way he was a fresh outtake on everything. And Bendis did a good story arc on there. It was just his story was written well, and he hits demographics of youth and minority, Afro-American, Hispanic. Just he hit it all, and he's personable and everything else. And then you had a hit cartoon that just blew up, blew up. Yeah, it definitely did the job. No, you have one, huh, Murph? And then this is the last book, and again, a book I got at my LCS. The last one I'm going to show you guys for the night. This is a book you don't see too often. Seeking Him in Comics is a big variant, guys. For those that don't follow his channel, know the guy. You must follow his channel. David's a pillar to community. Just a good dude, and he's very knowledgeable on comics, especially on his variants. Yep, and you tell me, David, what do you think of this book? I don't show this too often. I've shown it in a couple of my videos, but that's Uncanny XForce number 5. It's the Monaro variant. This is a super tough book. Uncanny XForce was not a big title. I think this was a 1 in 25 or a 1 in a 50. Yeah, and 9.8. 9.8. It's a beautiful cover. It's been sitting in the collection for a while. So this is just a part of the hobby. I collect Silver Age, I collect keys, but I do like collecting the variants. So when people the point I'm getting at is, you know what? Don't let people tell you what to collect or how to do your hobby. It's a hobby. Collect what you like. Older guys swear by the Silver Age, the Bronze, and all that stuff, but I'm one of the older guys in the community, and I love the modern variant stuff. Collect what you enjoy, because that's when it all comes down to it. It's what this fucking hobby is about: collecting what we enjoy. All the other bullshit goes to the side. You want to collect Golden Age? More power to you. You want to collect silver, bronze keys? More power to you. You want to collect modern? So be it. Because guess what? Today's modern will be somebody's bronze or silver age down the line 20 to 30 years. And they'll be like, oh, that's the shit I collected. Because you collect what you remember when you were doing it. All these kids that are watching movies, and I've said this a bunch of times, watching all these movies now, like Tales of Suspense 39, I think that's a book that'll never go down now, because Iron Man went from a C-list celebrity to an icon. I mean, Robert Downey Jr., hats off to everything he did for that character and the way they drew it. And Feige and all of those guys, they just did great work. Great work. Right, New Mutants 98. That was a book that everybody's like, You know what? Look at that book. Even in 98, that's still today. It's not as high as it was, but Deadpool as a movie just killed it. New Mutants 98 and 9.8. Still $700 book. $700 book. Sorry for the glare. Can't get it in there. $700 book. AG Surfer saying, collect his My Little Ponies. You a brickhead. I got some early Iron Mans too. I actually picked up those things for cheap. Pass on that Major X there, Rags. I don't think that'll have anything. But that's about it for today. I appreciate all you guys coming, hanging out with me. I'm sorry the haul wasn't bigger, but I got some more nice books coming up soon. I'll probably hit the flea market again. It's nice outside, so I get my exercise. I walk a couple miles in there. When I'm not at the gym, I'll do that, and look for books, and started looking at toys a little bit now. If I can get them in good condition, you know what I'm saying. I'm jumping on those things too. But yeah, just thanks for chilling and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? And again, when I talk about be it spec books or videos or stuff like that and stuff like that. It's just my opinion. Um, Everybody make their own opinion on everything, and that that's the easiest way to go through life. I'm not saying that people are wrong. I just think some things aren't. You shouldn't put things out as quick as they do without knowing what they're doing. You know. But New York Warriors, 10 o'clock tonight. Be there, hang out with the fellas, and until the next one, peace.